codeine had me stuck in the tree, had me dizzy. This strand is so awesome, I call it shot glizzy. No other choice but to handle this business. Should sign with the research group, since I am so lifted. Can't help but to rip it, cause I am so gifted. You was number one and the rank except shifted. Can't match your mid, lil' bruh, cause mine is medicinal. Two different types of perp and the smells are kinda identical. I graduated from the streets of high school, but that's not the principle. The herbs for my cataracts and help with my peripherals. Still in the flow without my permission. Cut a check, haven't even seen no commission. Bullets like the sun.
What's the deal? It's the boy duanemclean at duanemcleantv. And today I'm gonna be talking about Jaguar Wright. A lot of people have been wanting to know, is Jaguar Wright going to get tucked in? And if you're new to the channel, what I mean by tucked in, I'm basically saying that she's going to get killed. All right. And if you don't know who Jaguar Wright is, I didn't know who she was until last week. She was a backup singer or singer, and she was in the industry for a while, and now she's popping a lid on everything. She's basically exposing a lot of artists, exposing Diddy for his homosexual activity, exposing Mary J. Blige as having sexual intercourse with multiple men at one time, exposing Tevin Campbell as saying that he became a prostitute on Hollywood Boulevard, just coming out spilling all the beans about these different celebrities. And people are asking, they saying, hey, is she going to get tucked in? Is some tucking in about to happen? All right. And my personal opinion, I want to say no. I don't think she's going to get tucked in, because in Hollywood and how this game goes, you don't get tucked in for talking. And if you do get tucked in for talking, you're part of the brotherhood. Meaning that you were part of the brotherhood, you spoke about something that you wasn't supposed to speak about, far as you broke the code, okay? So is she part of the brotherhood? Or the sisterhood? I doubt it. And then I don't think she's going to get tucked in, because you only get tucked in when you have official evidence. Now, let's think about Isaac Kappy. Isaac Kappy got tucked in because, yeah, he was talking and he said a lot of names he wasn't supposed to say, all right? But he didn't get tucked in until he leaked that video of the children doing the ritual on Twitter. Once he leaked that video, that was the nail in the coffin for Isaac Kappy, okay? So what happens is with these individuals, when they do all this talking on the internet, it's all about who you talking about, okay? She's talking about Diddy. Now, Diddy got some power, and she did let it be known in the video that she posted on Instagram that she will start sleeping with her gun under her bed, up on her pillow, because she knows what she's saying is going to piss some people off. But it's not going to put a complete target on their head to where they feel they got to take her out. Diddy baby mother, Kim Porter, he took her out because she had legit evidence on him about sneaking, legit evidence on him about him on his homosexuality, okay? Now, Diddy, yeah, he does have, there's plenty of information about Diddy being a homosexual. He has the Cameron rumor where he said he found an adult instrument, if you will say that, a dildo. He found a dildo. I'm trying to make this video clean for y'all, man. Y'all don't want no cursing, so I'm giving you guys a no cursing video. So he found a dildo on the bed. The story about he's calling Fabulous Daddy on Drink Champs. The story about him and Usher wrestling for cereal. So many different stories about Diddy. Exhibit and Corinne Steffens have a story about Diddy being a homosexual. So there's so many stories about Diddy being a homosexual, but there's no actual proof. Same thing with Young Thug. Young Thug was calling guys lovers, bae, wearing makeup and dresses, but there was no actual proof. So he can always say, well, I'm not gay, you know? Diddy's baby mother, I believe she's going to drop a book, but she also had actual evidence on him, video. When you have video on somebody, that's actual evidence, meaning, hey, if I leak this, you're done, okay? Yeah, we're in 2020, and I'm pretty sure if a video of Diddy came out him being homosexually active, well, nobody would care. But what if she had a video of Diddy raping an underage male? Forcing himself on an underage male. That's probably, and if you don't know who Kim Porter is Diddy's baby mother, okay? She got tucked in. Okay, is this recording? Okay, it's recording. Dang, 14 minutes, I thought I deleted it. Okay, I got to delete some information, so I only got 14. I got 14-minute videos on this topic is pretty good. So, I believe she actually had actual video evidence of Diddy messing around with somebody. And Kim Porter's dead right now. She's dead, okay? Isaac Cappy got killed when he was about to leak information, and he leaked that video. They wanted him killed when he dropped those names about the child pedophiles. See, she can go around talking about Diddy being a homosexual. If Diddy came out right now and said he was gay, y'all would still buy Ciroc. She's not saying or talking about anything that's going to get her tucked in. Now, if she was talking about Diddy messing around with little boys and raping little boys, that right there would get her tucked in, okay? But you need evidence. See, that's why people be asking, am I terrified of anything? I'm like, nah, I'm not terrified to talk on this camera because, like I always tell you, this is all conspiracy. It's all theory. I'm basically just a detective putting it all together and coming up with an educated assumption. If I had legit proof, or if I went into these lodges, if I was hanging out with these rappers and actually had them on camera doing this stuff, that I get tucked in. I had a few videos sent to me by some top guys that sent me some stuff about some military operations, and I can't leak that information out. You know, they told me not to leak it out. Probably not even supposed to be saying I have this type of information, but I know if I leak this information out, I'm gonna get a phone call. I'll probably get a few phone calls. With YouTube, I noticed I was talking too much when they demonetized my whole channel, because there are a few conspiracy theorists who talk, but their channel was still monetized. When they're live, you still can donate to them. MREC TV, all the stuff that he says, Amina says, their channel was still monetized, okay? Maybe a few of their videos are not monetized, but their entire channel is monetized. The guy Storm Monroe, who interviews Jaguar Wright, his entire channel was still monetized. Here's the difference. Few of their videos might not be monetized, but they're still getting revenue on other videos. My entire channel is demonetized, meaning I don't get any money for none of the stuff I post. I said something in one of my videos, I can't remember. I remember it was around that time I had 4,000 subs. Not too long after I did a interview on Jeffrey Darty's channel. I know it's around that timeline that I made a video, and I think I spoke too much in it on one of my lives. And YouTube seen that and they say we're not gonna rock with it. But no tucking in is gonna go on unless I start giving out real information. See, here's the thing, guys. I do a lot of shit about rappers. I'm sorry I cussed. I was going far. I speak a lot about these rappers, and but I haven't even touched the tip of the iceberg yet. Y'all haven't talked to y'all about Colonel Aquino. I ain't talked about the Vatican sex rings, the pedophile sex rings. I ain't talking about the Hillary Clinton kill list and Hillary Clinton and a lot of these other politicians who are also involved in child pedophilia. I haven't dived into the Jeffrey Epstein as deep as that needs to get, brought up. I haven't brought up the Ghislaine Maxwell. I haven't brought up, there's so many different topics I haven't brought up, because I know as soon as I start talking about these things and hitting these things, I'm going to start seeing a little bit more action, a little bit more action. Now, will it get me tucked in? Nah, it wouldn't get me tucked in, but it'll put me on the radar of some tucking in. You know what I'm saying? I probably won't talk about that until I know for a fact I can move my entire family in with me, and I can move with a range of people and know I can financially fund all them. When they tuck these people in, they tuck them in. Now, even if I move my whole family with me, they'll still get tucked in because a CIA operator, an ex-CIA member who came out in the court, and I can't find the video, but if I find it, I'll make sure I'll put it on my page, where he came out and started talking about the cures for cancer, and they have all these other cures, and they killed his whole family. His mom, 2 kids, and the dog, shot everybody in the head, all right? Victor Thorne got killed as well, and they said it was a suicide. They used to have a list of conspiracy theorists who was killed on Google, but Google's been compromised. Like, these people wonder where I got my information. A long time ago, the internet, let me see how much time I got. Oh, I still got 5 minutes. A long time ago, the internet had an influx of information before it got compromised. You could Google, there used to be books and books just on the internet, articles and articles and articles on the internet about all these connections to secret societies and everything. Now that stuff is gone. You know what I'm saying? There used to be a list where you can type in top 10 conspiracy theorists killed, or conspiracy theorists get killed, and you will see multiple of lists about that. You can't even find those lists. You just can find all these conspiracy theorists that was killed, and they all get killed. But see, when they get killed, when they start talking too much and just becoming a gnat, a pest, like they'll let you slide a year, 2 years, 3 years. But when you start getting information and you start exposing certain things they want you exposed, they do not want you to talk about the child pedophile rings. All right, Max Spears got tucked in. He was about to start talking about the pedophile rings. All right, like I said, I will dive into those topics some on this channel, you know, but full blown diving them the way it needs to be. Like I'm talking about 2-hour videos on this stuff. You know what I mean? I gotta know I gotta be protected. I know I gotta be protected because I can talk about these rappers selling out all day. Nothing's gonna happen. But when I start talking about the big guys, George Bushes and the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, and the Popes, and the guys who really can do some damage, when I start talking about them and getting million view videos, oh yeah, that's when some tucking in goes in. You know what I'm saying? So I need to make sure when I drop those videos, I can be protected. I know my kids can be protected, and I know I can have a crew of people around me who are trusted. Now don't get it twisted. They can blitz the house with CIA operators and MK Ultra sleeper agents. I'm still in no shape, form, and fashion to combat that. But I'll be, instead of me just out here by myself. But what I'm trying to get to you guys is that I personally do not believe Jaguar Wright is going to get tucked in by talking about Diddy. Now, she was talking about the Clintons and talking about how they do the shit they do. And yeah, they be like, oh, cause you gotta look, a politician image is everything. A politician needs votes. He needs you to vote for them. So I need you to vote for me. I need your vote. So if you destroy my image, I'm not going to get a vote. Diddy, if he came out right now and said he was a homosexual, y'all would still buy Ciroc. If your favorite politician came out and said they was homosexuals and having homosexual orgies, they wouldn't get the vote. No matter how much they try to break this homosexuality thing down on us in their realm, they don't even fuck with that shit. Ah, dang, I cussed again. That stuff hard, y'all. It's hard. I gotta focus on not cursing, but we're gonna give you some clean content. They don't mess with that stuff. You know, I think I cursed a few times. But either way it goes, I'm trying to give you guys, how about this? We just curse less. How about that? You know what I'm saying? Not every video is gonna be clean, but I do gotta give you guys some clean content. You know, kids watch this stuff, you know what I'm saying? People who are, you know, got virgin ears watch this stuff, you know what I'm saying? Really religious, they want to get the information, but they don't want to hear all that cursing and stuff. And it does make you kind of look, you know, whatever. But it is what it is, man. But how much time I got? I got 2 minutes. I gotta empty my phone, man. I got too many videos in here. So when I record my time, it only gives you a certain amount of time to record. And when you record at this angle, it takes up more data. But I personally don't think she's gonna get tucked in. People still gonna rock with Diddy even if he's gay or not. You're still gonna buy Ciroc. But if you come out and talking about how Diddy raped little boys, oh yeah, he gotta tuck it in. Cause I guarantee you, them 16-year-old artists, they be running through them boys. They be pounding them out probably. You know what I mean? Begging for help. You know what I'm saying? So that way they can ruin his, but a politician has more to lose. Like I said, in their realm, they don't mess with that homosexuality. They don't mess with it. So in their realm, they're not going to give you that. You know what I'm saying? They don't even allow that in their realm, but they're forcing on us, which is crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? But that's all I got to say about it. If y'all want me to speak on anything else, leave it in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel. Donate to the channel only if you can to the Cash App. You know what I'm saying? Hit that Cash App up. Donate to the channel, help the boy out, you know what I'm saying? Subscribe to the Patreon. I'm trying to drop 2 videos a day. One on Patreon, one on YouTube, you know what I mean? A lot of good, and I'm starting Illuminati school on Patreon. First thing we're gonna do is talk about 666, and we're gonna dive into why the occult use it. So go to
let's get it. Get that paper. Get that paper. Get that paper. Pay that paper. Get that paper. Get that paper. get that, pay that, pay that, pay. Codeine had me stuck in the tree, had me dizzy. This strand is so awesome, my collar shine glizzy. No other choice but to handle this business. Should sign with the research group, since I am so lifted. Can't help but to rip it, cause I